everyone, so today's video is going to be my New Year's Eve look. I am sliding it in just before the year is over. Sorry I'm a little late, but I got caught up in the holidays, just spending time with family and friends and just taking a little trip to Disneyland. So sorry for the late slide in, but it's going to be up before New Year's. So I hope you guys enjoy this look. I did use a couple colors from the Morphe 12Z palette, which I am really feeling. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope everyone has a safe and happy New Year's, and I will see you guys in the new year. Bye. Okay, so let's jump into this video. It's going to be my New Year's Eve look. I'm not sure what direction I'm going to go. It is currently 11:20 at night. I got a Red Bull and I wanted to film, so let's do this. I recently was in Disneyland over the weekend and I picked up the Morphe 12Z palette, which I'm really excited about. I wanted to get a palette that I didn't have anything like, and I usually like to stay in my comfort zone, like the warm colors, but I thought I can get a lot of use out of this, a lot of fun colors, a lot of unique looks. So I think the main focus is going to be this color. I've been dying for it. I was dying over this color when I saw Kathleen Light's Where the Night Is quad come out. I was like, yes, I need to have that color. But I got the 12Z palette. See if this color compares to it. I'm not sure, but I will probably still end up getting that quad anyway. But this is the palette I will be working with, along with a few other just matte transition shadows and some Colourpop shadows. My face is already done. I just put the Maybelline Baby Skin as a primer, and then I put the Makeup Forever HD foundation over it. So I'm going to go ahead and start by priming my lids, and I'm going to use the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is just my favorite base for eyeshadow because it conceals any veins or discoloration I have on my lids, as well as primes, and it just makes all my eyeshadows go on super smooth. I'm just going to place it on my lids and then just buff it out. I'm just going to go over that with a loose powder. I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder just to set that. Okay, so for the first transition color, I'm going to go in with NYX Tryst. I'm not too sure how to describe this color. It's just very cool tone brown, but still very neutral. And I'm just going to go ahead and pop that in the crease. And I'm going to bring that in too, because I think I'm going to go with a halo eye, because the color I'm going to use as the star of the show is pretty intense, and I'm not sure how intense I want to go yet. So I think I'm going to do a halo eye. So we're just going to take this on the crease and then bring it in on the inner as well. And I'm going to go in with Colourpop Party Time. I don't even know how to describe this color either. It looks grayish purple on camera, but it's a lot deeper and muted, and it is a matte color. And you want to go in light with this because this one is really pigmented. It is so pretty intense though, and I really like it. So we're just going to go ahead and build that up in the crease, and then we're going to do the same on the inner portion of the eye. And you do want to bring it in slightly right here. Not so much that it's dragged down, because we still want to leave that center lid space open. Now, I always find with the Colourpop shadows, it's best to dab on your hand and then go in. That way you're not depositing all of the color intensely on your lid. Okay, so I'm going to go in with another Colourpop shadow. And this is straight Trippin. I assume this is a dark purple, almost black. Purple, black, I'm not too sure. That's straight Trippin, and then that's Party Time. These Colourpop shadows when their 90s collection came out. And when I got them, I was like, okay, I like them, but how the French do I use them in everyday looks? And then as I started to play with them more, I kind of realized that they were going to work, but not for all the things I thought they would work. But they are really unique colors. So that's why I was really glad I got them, because as time went on, I kind of figured out, okay, I want to use these for this look. So they all really came in handy when I was filming tutorials and just thinking of new things to film, because they are really unique. And I know not a lot of people use them, on a daily basis, but they are really amazing shadows. if you're looking for something new, just different colors to try out, because they're really inexpensive, so you can experiment on a budget. Is that a thing, experimenting on a budget? I don't know. So I'm just depositing, so I'm just lightly building this shadow up, and I'm going over again the same areas, keeping the center lid space open because that's where we're going to put our main shadow. So I'm just kind of building it like a halo eye. Try not to get as messy as I'm getting up here. We can always blend that out with a lighter color, but really you want to keep the intensity right here because that is where we want to halo the center color. Then you just want to blend out the edges. And if you're thinking, girl, it's looking a little sloppy, a little slop kebab, don't fret. It'll all work out in the end, like it always does. Okay, so now we're going to go in with this Morphe shadow in the center. But first, I want to put down like a sticky base just because I've been really obsessed with it when I'm using like really glittery eyeshadows or Colourpop shadows. Since I do have like the hood lid. I'm going to go in with the Sephora 24-Hour Glitter Guard. I have been really feeling this. It's been helping my eyeshadows stay, especially when I'm using creamier eyeshadows or more pigmented eyeshadows. It's just been really rocking my socks. So I'm going to put some in the center where I'm going to have most of the eyeshadow. That way it maintains its intensity, it stays where it's supposed to stay, and it rocks my socks. Then I'm going to go ahead and just pack that shadow in the center here. And I always laid the center down and then just kind of blend it after. Just give it a second to just sit there and stick. Okay, so now we want to go in and do some light blendage. Just kind of make sure everything is getting along the way it should be. I'm going to go back and pack some more of that Colourpop shadow out here where I feel like I lost some intensity. Do my concealer, clean this up, and then I will continue working on the lower lash line and such. So I'm going to go ahead and use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Whoa, that one's too much. Okay. I'm going to blend that out and bring the brush kind of close in here. Pat this out and then clean this up and sharpen it. And then bring it kind of on the outside, outer areas of the bridge of your nose. Translucent setting powder. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put on some bronzer because I'm feeling like a total ghost on camera. Cheers to that. And I'm going to go in with the Milani XL bronzer. And this one is in 04 Dolci. I'm working the extra Casper in the viewfinder. lower lash line, and I'm going to go ahead and start semi-smoking it out. I'm going with a flat definer brush, and I'm going to start by putting Party Time on, which is that like original light mauve grayish purple color. And I'm going to keep this on the outer portion because I do want to go in and do a different kind of silvery color on the inner to just kind of open up the eye. And I'm going to go in with the glitter glue before that silver eyeshadow, just because it is more of a chunky glitterish eyeshadow. So I want to make sure that it's sticking where I want to stick, which is the inner lower lash line. Going to give you some glitter, some intensity, and just kind of wake up the eyes on that inner portion. So I'm going to apply some mascara and prep for some falsies. Okay, I ended up going with some 614s instead because the other ones wasn't filling the band. It was super thick and it's getting a little difficult. So I end up with the 614s, which is just a wispier lash, kind of like an Ardell 113. These are Salon Perfect 614s, which are really amazing lash liner. I'm going to go ahead and do a black waterline just because I do want this to be more of an intense smoky eye. And I'm going to go ahead and just kind of smudge that lower lash line. And then I'm going to go ahead and put some mascara on the lower lash line. Add a little bit more mascara to the base of your lashes to help them blend with your falsies. And then I'm going to use this shade right here to kind of define my brow bone a bit, just because I don't want to go in with another color. I want to keep it more natural but still a little bit defined. And then I'm going to add a little bit of this to the inner corner as well, just to brighten it up and give it more of a clean look. Because I don't really want to put glitter right there. I want the focus to be that lower lash line and the pop of color in the center. So I'm going to go ahead and do some light contouring. I'm going to go in with this ashier shade and this shade as well from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. That is Subconscious and Shadow Play. Those are my go-to colors on this palette. Just a little bit on the temples and on the forehead, just because that is where I like to create more shadow. And I want to do some light bakage because I feel like it's a little muddy, a little messy. Then I'm going to go ahead and put on some blush, and then I will blend out that. So for blush, I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Smitten. It is a very light apricot-y, orangey color. It's more of like an apricot, soft apricot color. And then since I am more round face, I don't really like to accentuate the apples of my cheeks most of the time unless I'm doing like a really like light, natural, glowy look. Other than that, the apples of my cheeks don't need to be popping because my cheeks stay popping. So for highlight, I'm going to go in with the DupeThat and Ofra Cosmetics collab in You Do You, which is like a peachy, champagne-y type of highlight. Take a little bit on my Cupid's bow. And then a little bit on the bridge of my nose. And I'm just going to go ahead and blend away that bakage. And then for lips, I'm going to go in with a nude lipstick. And I'm going to go in with NYX Sable. This is like my all-time favorite nude lipstick for my skin tone in particular. I just really love it. So I'm going to line my lips with NYX Nude Beige. I hope everyone enjoyed this tutorial. Please have a safe and happy new year, and don't forget to subscribe if you aren't already, and I will see you guys in the new year. Bye!